street food.
So on my first visit to Chengdu, I tried a lot of snacks that I just flat out did not like. I later came to find out that's not really Chengdu's fault. I just made some poor choices. So this time around, I figured I needed an expert, an insider on the Chengdu snack game. So this week on Street Food, we're hanging out with Chengdu snack expert, the Food Ranger.
Okay, so we are at a local Dian, which is like dry hot pot.
Trevor is studying the language in Chengdu. He also makes videos and he loves to eat.
So I've been here about 6 months now, and my goal is just to try the famous Sichuan food, the best stuff, of course. It's just what I love doing, making videos for people, you know, so they can see other cultures and other foods.
Trevor and I met up at a place recommended by his friend for some gangguo, which he translated to dry hot pot. Tons of meat, potatoes, tons of chilies.
You just breathe that in, that's got so much heat.
The aroma almost knocked me over. It was incredibly spicy. Now I can handle a fair amount of heat, so I thought it was pretty good. But it was real spicy. We also had a little bit of mapo tofu. Maybe I'll talk about that dish in another episode. The main event was something you only find in Sichuan or a Sichuan-style restaurant.
Looks like a thundercat.
I'm talking about rabbit head. Rabbit head is the kind of thing that you eat for the novelty of it. It's a Sichuan delicacy, so you gotta try it while you're there. They bring you some gloves to eat it with because you're supposed to use your hands and it's very oily. We got two different kinds.
We've got one mala, which is numbing, spicy, and then we've got one wuxiang, which is like a fragrant.
Trevor taught me how to eat it. Now, on the real, this is pretty graphic, okay? I apologize to you if you grew up with pictures of Bambi and Thumper on your wall, but this is just how they do it, okay? Click ahead like 30 seconds if you want to skip the graphic part of consuming a rabbit head. It's like this. You grab it by its teeth, and then you straight up rip the jaw apart.
Okay, and then these are the jaws, and this is the best part.
The meat is really tender, so it doesn't take that much force. I went for the Sichuan mala flavor. I ate that jaw meat.
I actually think that's really good. It's gross when you see the teeth.
I ate the tongue. Then you just kind of pick the rest of the meat off the lower part of the head. My daughters will probably never forgive me for this. There's actually a lot of foreigners in Chengdu. They come to study the language. So I asked Trevor about his experience at a Chinese university.
Doing a master's in international trade. I've got about 10 or so students in each class, and it's really fun. Teachers are good.
Yeah.
They don't speak any English in class, so it's just all Chinese, and it's a good environment to learn the language.
On the way to our next stop, I also asked him about the ethos of the city.
Chengdu is most famously known to be a relaxed city, so people here are they have a laid-back attitude in life, and if you walk around you will find lots of tea, parks, lots of areas to sit down, chaguan they call them in Chinese, have a cup of tea, and people just seem to be not in a rush here. They just walk around, relax, play cards, play mahjong, 休闲生活. It's a very relaxed way of life here. And it's also the gateway to western Sichuan, nearing the Himalayan plateau, and Tibet, of course.
There is a laid-back feeling about Chengdu. I mean, a lot of big cities have parks and stuff, but the laid-back vibe is noticeable in other ways too. People generally walk slower. It's really nice, actually. I want to show you one more snack I tried with Trevor because it's super unique. We went to this hole in the wall near the Wenshu Monastery. The temple was already closed and the restaurant was about to close, but we caught him just in time. Everyone was snacking on noodles, which are not typical to southern China, but Chengdu does have noodles, and it turns out they're awesome. I was skeptical at first, okay? He brought out this strange bowl of thick noodles covered in straight up gloop. There's also some ground up Sichuan pepper that numbs your mouth. The gloop is a sweet, fruity-ish jelly. It might be made from plum. The fruit flavor is really faint, but it's quite sweet. And then you mix that with garlic and chili oil. So weird, but I gotta say, that combo was pretty dope. I don't know who thought to scoop some jelly on that thing. It probably dates back to like a tragic kitchen accident. Some dude's belly was like bloop in the noodles. Oh snap, guys, I made a new food. I would eat tianshui mian again for sure. If you're a street foodie and you haven't checked out the Food Ranger stuff yet, do it. He's got videos from all over the world, really, but he specializes in Chengdu snacks. Trevor's got a good outlook on food and just life in general. If you like to snack internationally, go hit up his page. One more episode in Chengdu next week. Until then, eat it on the street. Watch out for the parasites.
Street food.
So that was basically my first true Sichuan flavored meal, and it was spicy. It wasn't too spicy. The rabbit head was gnarly.
Rabbit head was pretty gnarly.
It was
pretty
legit.
killer. Pretty killer. We destroyed it.
When you snap their jaws,
It's
that's
just
really
like-
the part.
And you see, it's like a little pop, you know?
A lot of thanks to Trevor for showing me this place and introducing me to some legit rabbit head.
Awesome.